Marty, Eddie Boy rewarded your patience last week with that very impressive victory at Currell, but gosh, he tested it today.
Yeah, well, that's been Eddie Boy through and through, and that's why why he is where he is. Yeah, we've had ups and downs with Eddie all his life.
Yeah, he was even a bit of a trick when he was at Kirk Larson's, wasn't he? Was that the reason for the move?
Yes, well, Kirk had the accident with him and everything, and it was just decided that he probably best to move on, and we weren't sure what we were going to do with him, but a syndicate was formed, and the horse has got a big motor, as Dave McDonald keeps saying, so that's why we sort of kept going with him.
Oh, of course, he's been a horse that showed a lot of ability right from day one, but he'll come to it. Perhaps the wet track today just wasn't his thing.
Yeah, well, that's right. Apparently he stumbled out there during the race, and he'd done everything pretty good up to then. But I think they call it mental maturity, don't they? And Eddie is just one of those ones that's going to take a bit more time.
Now, of course, he's the third generation you've bred, tracing back to the Nero's BB mare Bodine Bonnie.
Yeah, well, Bodine Bonnie, I didn't breed her. Dave Kennedy owned Bodine Bonnie. We bred Bonnie Deal out of Bodine Bonnie. Yeah, got that right.
Yeah, now, of course, you raced Bonnie Deal too, and she was quite a handy race mare.
Yep. She won a heat of the Southland Oaks. Big claim to fame that day was beating Nursemaid. Only by a nose, but that's enough.
Yeah, and of course trained by Murray Brown, and he did a great job with her, and hasn't she turned into a wonderful broodmare? Yeah,
well, that's where we're pretty excited, and just hopefully she's back in track. She had 4 foals in 4 years, and then she's missed a couple, so but hopefully she's back on track now, and we're waiting on a changeover.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that, because she has been a shy breeder in recent years. Any particular reason for that?
Well, she missed 1 year, and we're not too sure about that, but last year, I don't know if it's got anything to do with it, but she was in a good sheltered paddock with macrocarpa hedges and things, and she lost the foal somewhere along the way, and the other mare that we had in with her, she had an early foal, so consequently they don't get him sheltered in macrocarpa hedges nowadays.
Now, of course, a Make a Deal mare, and out of her 4 foals, they've all been winners. 4 foals, 4 to race for 4 winners. I think they've won 12 or 15 races in total.
Yeah, that would be right. Eddie's probably as capable as any of them on his day, but Bestial yet's gone really good. And the youngest, well, the now 3-year-old Awesome Teddy, he's won 1 at 2, and Murray Brown thinks a lot of him. So yeah.
So when are we likely to see Awesome Teddy back at the races?
He's starting jogging at the end of the month, and so there'll be 6 weeks jogging, and then I suppose whatever it takes after that, it's another 6 weeks, isn't it? So before Christmas, hopefully, anyway.
Now, just to touch on Best Deal Yet, of course, the standout of them at this stage, 8 New Zealand and Australian wins, and the only one you've sold so far.
Yeah. We're not really sellers, but unfortunately it's quite an expensive hobby, so some of them have to go, and Best Deal Yet put his hand up first, so he was the one that went.
And I dare say you're getting a lot of enjoyment following him, of course, racing from the Purden Payne stable.
Oh yeah, we don't own him now, but to see him win, especially like a Group 1 race and a Group 2, and to see him in the Purden colours, I was never a fan on the Purden colours until he went there, so it's amazing how you can change round, isn't it?
And of course a recent winner of like you said, the Group 1, the Queensland Derby, you would have got a great thrill watching that night.
Oh yeah, even though we don't own him, it was really a real buzz actually. We were in Tiana watching with friends, and yes, it was great.
Now, just to talk about Bonnie Deal's first foal, of course, Deal on the day, won 5 races herself. Now, I believe you're breeding off her.
Yep, she's in foal to Pan Pacific Flight. She won 5 and had a few seconds, and she actually had more ability than we thought she could have won more, but anyway, that's where she finished up, so we're hoping for big things from her progeny.
Now, Marty, with the breed really developing the way it has and looking extremely good, are you going to breed to race, or are you interested in perhaps yearling sales, putting a few through the sales ring?
This is with Bonnie Deal?
Yes.
I don't think there'll be any fillies for sale, ever. But yeah, we're probably breeding to race. We'll just see what happens. I have no plans at this stage to put anything through the sales, but who knows what's around the corner.
And do you have any other mares that you're breeding off?
We've got Deal on the Day and Bonnie Deal, and another one that we borrowed from Brent McIntyre called Future and Me. She's in foal to El Sue. Brent and I have the lifetime service Elsu, and I'd had 2 out of Bonnydale by Elsu, one being Eddie Boy, who wasn't performing that well at the time, so we decided not to send her back to Elsu, so we borrowed a mare, and it's going to be a family syndicate run that with my brother and sister.
Now, is there any other horses you've got shares in that are racing out around other stables that you haven't bred yourself?
I've got just a weanling foal at home from Brent McIntyre. It's a Pan-Pacific flight, and it's out of a mare called Galleon's Testimony.
And you like the look of it?
Yeah, he's booted me in the guts once, and so he's one up there, but yeah, hopefully he can put a bit of something on the track.
Not necessarily a bad attribute. Well, look, good luck with your breed, Marty. Thank you for sharing it with us. It's wonderful to see a Southland breed really develop into something good. Good luck.
Thank you very much.